Hello everyone, and welcome back to another riveting deep dive from the team here at Days Drama Digest, your ultimate source for all things Days of Our Lives. We're the passionate folks behind this TV channel dedicated to unpacking the twists, turns, and tear-jerking moments that make Salem the most addictive soap opera town on television. If you've been glued to your screens like we have, you know that the drama never sleeps in this fictional hotspot where love, betrayal, and family feuds collide in ways that leave us all breathless. Today, we're zeroing in on one of the most emotionally charged storylines currently gripping the show, Chad Dimmer's seemingly shocking decision in the heated custody battle involving Jack and Jennifer Devereaux. This isn't just any plot point, it's a powder keg of heartbreak, redemption, and high-stakes family dynamics that has fans buzzing across social media and forums. If you're as invested as we are and dying to see how this explosive saga plays out, we urge you to hit play on our latest video breakdown right now. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single frame of the analysis, spoilers, and behind-the-scenes insights we packed in there. Let's set the stage properly, shall we? For those who might need a quick refresher, for the newcomers who've just discovered the addictive world of Days of Our Lives, Chad Dimmer, played with brooding intensity by the incomparable Billy Flynn, has been at the center of Salem's stormiest narratives for years. Chad is no stranger to tragedy. His life has been a whirlwind of loss, love, and Dimmer family intrigue. Remember, he's the son of the infamous Stefano Dimmer, that larger-than-life villain whose shadow looms over every corner of Salem, like a perpetual dark cloud. Chad's journey has been marked by profound grief, especially after the devastating death and miraculous returns of his beloved wife, Abigail Devereaux Dimmer. Abigail, portrayed with such vulnerability and strength by actresses like Marcy Miller and Kate Mansi over the years, was the light in Chad's otherwise turbulent existence. Their love story was one for the ages, passionate, fraught with obstacles, and ultimately tragic. When Abigail was presumed dead again in true soap fashion, Chad was left to raise their two young children, Thomas and Charlotte Dimmer. Amidst a sea of emotional wreckage, enter Jack and Jennifer Devereaux, the iconic couple whose own rollercoaster romance has defined Days of Our Lives for decades. Jack, brought to life by the legendary Matthew Ashford, is a man who's risen from the ashes more times than we can count literally, given his multiple deaths and resurrections. Jennifer, played with grace and fire by Melissa Reeves and briefly by Katie McLean, is the quintessential Horton family matriarch, a journalist with a heart of gold and a spine of steel. As Abigail's parents, Jack and Jennifer have always been fiercely protective of their grandchildren, Thomas and Charlotte. But the custody battle that's erupted between Chad and this devoted duo isn't just about legal rights. It's a clash of worlds, Dimmer legacy of power and manipulation versus the Horton ethos of family unity and moral integrity. The tension has been building for episodes, with courtroom dramatics, tearful confrontations, and whispered alliances that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Now, onto the bombshell that's got everyone talking. It appears Chad has finally made a decision that's as shocking as it is potentially healing. From what we pieced together through recent episodes and teaser trailers, Chad is opting to push forward with the reconciliation process involving Jack and Jennifer. Yes, you read that right. This isn't a full surrender or a bitter defeat, but a deliberate step toward mending fences and finding common ground. The custody of Thomas and Charlotte hangs in the balance, and it looks like the three adults are on the path to an agreement that could redefine their fractured family. Imagine the scene: Chad, with his signature stoic facade cracking under the weight of paternal love, sitting across from Jack and Jennifer in a dimly lit Horton living room, the air thick with unspoken regrets and tentative hope. Papers are shuffled, voices rise and fall, and in the background, the ghosts of past mistakes, Abigail's absence chief among them, whisper reminders of what's truly at stake. To understand the gravity of this moment, we have to delve deeper into the characters' psyches and the intricate web of relationships that Days of Our Lives weaves so masterfully. Chad's evolution as a father has been nothing short of transformative. When Thomas was born, amid the chaos of Dimmer family secrets and Abigail's mental health struggles, Chad stepped up in ways that surprised even his harshest critics. Thomas, that wide-eyed little boy with his father's charm and his mother's curiosity, represents the future Chad desperately wants to protect from the darkness that plagued his own upbringing. Then there's Charlotte, the precious daughter whose arrival brought fleeting joy before tragedy struck again. Chad's nights are likely haunted by visions of Abigail holding their babies, her laughter echoing in empty halls. Giving up even partial custody isn't just a legal move, it's an admission of vulnerability, acknowledgement that perhaps the Devereaux home in Boston could offer the stability his children need away from Salem's endless scandals. Jack and Jennifer, on the other hand, bring their own baggage to this battle. Jack's history is a tapestry of redemption arcs. He's been a rapist turned hero, a presumed dead amnesiac, and everything in between. His bond with Abigail was unbreakable, forged in the fires of forgiveness and unconditional love. Losing her was a blow that nearly shattered him, and now, fighting for Thomas and Charlotte is his way of honoring her memory. Jennifer, ever the voice of reason, tempers Jack's impulsiveness with her journalistic objectivity and maternal wisdom. Their life in Boston, away from Salem's toxicity, paints a picture of idyllic family life, cozy brownstones, autumn leaves crunching underfoot, and holidays filled with Horton traditions. But is this the right path? The show has masterfully portrayed the Devereaux' grief, with Jennifer's quiet sobs in empty rooms and Jack's clenched fists hiding his inner turmoil. The agreement they're inching towards seems poised to be one that Abigail herself would be proud of. Picture it, a shared custody arrangement where Thomas and Charlotte split time between the DeMera mansion's opulent chaos and the Devereaux' nurturing haven. No more vicious court battles, no more accusations flying like daggers. Instead, holidays together, co-parenting phone calls, and perhaps even a united front against whatever villainy next threatens Salem. Abigail, with her fierce loyalty to family, would surely smile down on this if soaps allowed for such sentimental closures. But Days of Our Lives thrives on the unpredictable. So we're left wondering, is this reconciliation genuine or is it a setup for the next betrayal? After all, in Salem, peace is often the calm before the storm. This brings us to the burning question that's ignited fan debates everywhere. Do you think Chad will actually leave next week with his children, paving the way for them to move in with Jack and Jennifer in Boston? The teaser suggests a dramatic farewell sent of Chad packing suitcases. Under the watchful eyes of his kids, tears streaming as he explains the temporary move. Thomas might clutch his favorite toy, asking innocent questions that pierce Chad's heart, while Charlotte babbles obliviously, her tiny hands reaching for her daddy. The drive to the airport could be laden with flashbacks, Chad remembering Abigail's wedding vows, Jack's past apologies, Jennifer's supportive hugs. Boston looms as both a sanctuary and an exile, a place where the children can escape the DeMera curse, but at the cost of separating from their father. Let's expand on this speculation, because Days of Our Lives has a history of subverting expectations in the most delicious ways. Remember the time Chad was brainwashed into thinking he was someone else? Or when Abigail's ghost haunted the town? This custody storyline could twist in myriad directions. Perhaps a long-lost DeMera relative emerges, claiming rights to the children and upending the agreement. Or maybe Jennifer uncovers a secret from Chad's past that reignites the feud. Fan theories are rampant and predict a heartfelt reunion where Chad relocates to Boston too, forming an unconventional family unit. Others foresee tragedy, like a car accident en route that leaves everyone questioning fate. We've scoured online forums, and the consensus is divided. 60% of fans believe Chad will follow through, seeing it as character growth, while 40% suspect a cliffhanger reversal. To make this even more dramatic, let's paint a vivid picture of the potential scenes ahead. Imagine the episode opening with a moody Salem morning, fog rolling off the river as Chad stands at Abigail's grave whispering promises to her spirit. I'm doing this for them, Abby. For us, cut to Jack and Jennifer in their Boston home, decorating a room for the kids' bunk beds with superhero sheets for Thomas, a princess canopy for Charlotte. The phone rings, it's Chad, his voice strained. We're on our way, but as the family van pulls up, a mysterious figure watches from the shadow. Could it be Gwen risen back for revenge? Or E.J. DeMera scheming to keep the heirs in Salem? The music swells, tensions peak, and we fade to black on a close-up of Chad's conflicted face. Delving into the emotional layers, Chad's decision isn't made in a vacuum. His relationships with other Salem residents add complexity. There's this complicated bond with brother E.J., who might see this as weakness in the DeMera empire. Then there's Stephanie Johnson, Chad's current love interest, whose support could sway him toward reconciliation. Stephanie, with her own family history of drama, understands the pull of legacy versus love. Their late-night conversation scantily whispered confessions will be the catalyst for Chad's choice. The kids need grandparents who aren't plotting world domination, she might say, half joking, half serious. Jack and Jennifer's side is equally rich. Jack's journalism career in Boston offers a stable contrast to Salem's madness, but his guilt over past failures as a father fuels his determination. Jennifer, drawing from her Horton roots, embodies resilience. Their marriage, tested by affairs, deaths, and resurrections, stands as a testament to enduring love. This custody win could be their redemption arc, proving they've learned from mistakes. The children, Thomas and Charlotte, are the innocent hearts of this storm. Thomas, at around 8 years old now, soap time is fluid, is old enough to sense the upheaval. Scenes of him drawing family pictures stick figures of mommy in heaven. Daddy looking sad tug at heartstrings. Charlotte, toddler-aged, represents pure potential unscarred by Salem's sins. Their future? If they move to Boston, imagine school plays, soccer games, and Thanksgivings without kidnappings or possessions. But leaving Chad means missing his bedtime stories, his protective embrace. As we wait for next week's episodes, the anticipation is palpable. Will Chad board that plane, waving goodbye to Salem's skyline? Or will a last-minute revelation, perhaps a DNA twist or a villain's interference, settle everything? We predicted a peaceful resolution, but Days of Our Lives loves to surprise. Join the conversation in our comments or on social media. What's your take? Will Chad's decision stick, or is more drama brewing? In wrapping up this extensive exploration, and trust us, we could go on for hours, remember that Days of Our Lives isn't just entertainment. It's a mirror to our own lives' complexities. Chad's story reminds us of the sacrifices parents make, the bridges we build over chasms of grief, and the hope that reconciliation brings. From the Days Drama Digest team, stay tuned, stay dramatic, and keep watching. Salem's secrets are far from over.